Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bezel and the Big Picture. I am your host, Scott Byrne, and today I have a really fun one for you. I was given a loaner by a microbrand out of Pennsylvania called Ardio, and this has been just an absolute joy and delight to wear. It has been so appealing. The company was created by a man named Ron Olay, and Ron, a big thank you to you for letting me enjoy this one for the week. It's been just delightful. Let me show you. This is the brass-colored Caribe model, and it is truly a lovely piece. It has been a conversation starter. I have found it such a pleasure to wear, and I love looking down at it. I like how the brass color goes from brass to bronze to salmon, depending on the way the light is. It has been a lot of fun, so I'm not looking forward to sending it back, but I am looking forward to talking about it and what I find so appealing about it. And one of the things that I think is absolutely great about this watch, and again, I'll show you so you get a sense of it, is it evokes a sort of vintage retro quality. And for me, it takes me back to a certain period in the 70s. And I think there's a lot about this watch that has that sort of time period. I'm sure it may be something else for other people. It depends on what you bring to it. But it made me think of a movie that has this great sense of nostalgia and longing for a different period of time. And that movie is Midnight in Paris. It's a movie that I absolutely love, directed by Woody Allen. It's really a wonderful movie. And we're going to talk all about what makes the watch and the movie pair so nicely together. But first, I just want to take a step back and say, one of the things that I think is so great about this watch is that it is a true companion. It's a time companion. It's great to look down at. It's a great piece when people look at it and ask a question or two about it. It's one that I think you will really enjoy. And beyond that, let's jump in, talk about what makes this watch so wonderful and a couple little nitpicks that I have about it as well. But overall, I just want to say this has been a great one to wear. So let's dive in. How attractive is that dial? I love the way it catches the light when you move it around. It's a brushed radial design, and I think it just looks absolutely gorgeous. The way it goes from brass to bronze and how the light moves around it. Ron, you knocked it out of the park. I really like the BGW9 lume on the indices going around, and you'll notice over here, it's more of a teardrop shape, and at 3, 6, and 9, it's batons, and at the 12, it's a more of a shield shape. It is not a terribly crowded dial, so you can really appreciate the color on it because all you see is the Ardio over here and Caribe over here. So I really think this is a really elegant design. Again, it goes back to that retro sort of quality. It's incredibly clear. I think it was very smart to put the black lining around each of the different indices. And I like the way the enamel is painted for the bezel over here. It's all really nice. And again, going back to the lume, this part of the lume shines as well. So as you can see, it's all really well thought out and well designed. In terms of the measurements, the case is 40 millimeters. The lug to lug is 47.9. The thickness on it is 10.8, but with the crystal sapphire dome, it is 12.8, and the lug width is 20 millimeters. The movement on it is a Miyota 9039, and it has a 42-hour time reserve. And in terms of losing or gaining time, it's about minus 10 to 30 seconds a day. What's interesting about this design is that it's almost a hybrid dive watch and GMT in that it has 200 meters of water resistance, and the bezel can be moved so that you can gather the time in different areas. I've mentioned a lot of the things I like. One of the little nitpicks that I've had with this has been I found the bezel a little stiff to turn. It's a pretty small issue, and I've really enjoyed wearing this one, but I'll just show you now. I can turn it, but it's not a delight, and certainly it has been one of the little things that I have found troubling. The watch comes with 2 straps and a bracelet, and I'll show you each of them in a moment, but let me just say this is the brown Italian leather strap, and it has been really nice to wear, incredibly comfortable. I think it is a great complement to the color of the watch as well, or this particular dial. And it also comes with a silicone tropic strap, and the only thing that I would say is a slight knock on both of these, and it's again very slight, is I'm a particularly clumsy person, and it would have been really nice to have quick release spring bars in it, but for most people that will not be a big issue, and it does come with a tool to enable an ease in putting these in, and for most people I am sure it will be a very fast process to be able to switch from one strap to another or to put on the bracelet. And in terms of the bracelet, it is a really nice bracelet. I just wanted to wear this particular one with the leather. You'll see it is a polished beads of rice, and it's really well crafted. It was very comfortable. It has a micro adjust, which I'll show you in a sec, with the little Ardio over there. And I found this really nice too. Most companies don't create any sort of design in here, but this one did, and it was a nice touch. Inside it has the micro adjust over here. You just pull this and you can move it around a little bit. I think it's about 3 millimeters that you can shift it. So again, really well thought out. This one actually has the quick release on it, so that is appealing as well. So for those who don't remember or didn't see Midnight in Paris, it is a really wonderful movie, again, directed by Woody Allen. I know some people are not fans of his anymore, but I still am, and I think this is a really terrific movie. I do urge you to see it. The story stars Owen Wilson and Marianne Cotillard and Rachel McAdams, with some really terrific cameos by Corey Stoll and Adrian Brody and Kathy Bates. And the story is about a character named Gil, Owen Wilson, who is a Hollywood screenwriter who has fallen out of love with Hollywood and wants to work on his novel, which is about a character who has a nostalgia store, and his fiancée, Rachel McAdams, has no interest in seeing him pursue this path. She's very happy seeing him be a successful writer. And as they're on this trip to Paris together, we start to see the cracks in their relationship and how he longs for one thing and she is not sharing that vision and is maybe starting to lose her attraction to him. And he wanders out alone one night, and he, in this midnight moment in Paris, stops in this one really lovely area, and a beautiful Peugeot from the 1920s pulls up, and he gets inside, and it takes him to the 1920s. And he is in love with this era. He gets to meet Hemingway. He gets to meet Picasso. He meets Gertrude Stein. And he has the time of his life there. And he feels like, this is where I belong. This is the group that I connect with. Paris in the 1920s. It's everything I yearn for. And when the evening ends and he is back in his hotel with his fiancée, again, he is seeing what is wrong with their relationship, but he wants to make this relationship work, and he tries to bring her into it, but of course she doesn't believe him, and the only way he's able to go back to this period is by going to this spot alone. And each time he's taken to this place and gets more and more immersed with the people there and falls for a woman there, and he's thinking, this is what I want. This is what I want my life to be. But what's interesting is the woman that he falls for is in love with another era. And she's in love with Paris in the 1890s, La Belle Epoque. And this is something that he doesn't necessarily share. It's a beautiful era. But he sees that life with her means, again, going to the past. And the movie is all about, how do we find the way to enjoy the time that we're in? How do we find a way to embrace where we are? And it's comical and it's touching and it has this time travel quality to it, which I always enjoy, but it's really grounded in, how do I embrace the now? And that is a very difficult thing for a lot of people. And I found it really, really a delightful movie, and sad at times and touching. And I think it's well worth seeing. But more than being a great movie, what I love about the connection between these two is the color palettes are so similar. The honeyed sunsets in the film, the beautiful blues and greens in the watches, and the brass, of course, that you've seen. And I think when you look down at this watch, it's a reminder to not just know time, but to embrace your time. And I think that is the core element of the film, and it's also the core element of the watch. So I hope you take advantage of it and do it with both. Ron at Ardio is kind enough to offer a discount on the Ardio website. You can buy the watch usually for $4.99, which is a terrific price, but he is offering a 10% discount for fans of the show. If you use the discount code Big Picture, all one word, that's BIGPICTURE, all caps, 10% discount. So thank you, Ron, for that. And thank you for being part of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any thoughts, please share them. And I always appreciate a like or a comment or a subscribe. So again, have a great day. Enjoy your time, and I'll see you soon.